did you go about building a strong network, and how valuable has that been to you?
I mean, honestly, man, a strong network, man, I would say it's a cliche, and I try to stay away from them, but it's not who you know, or it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Right.
And that's really been something that's been good to me, man. I've been fortunate enough. I met some real good people through basketball, and through the years, I just massaged those relationships. And I didn't always massage those relationships in the effort to get something out of them. I just wanted to acquire knowledge. Again, like I said, education is something nobody can ever take away from you. No matter what happened, nobody can ever take your brain away from you. You always got that in your head. So when you get an education, you could get money, get rich, go broke. But with your education, you can get back because you're smart enough to do it. You got it in your head. So, like I said, I've been fortunate enough to be around some good people. I had a good circle. I had some good OGs. I had some good mentors that taught me a lot of the rules of the game. And I listened. I was a sponge. I listened. I let it stay in my brain. And then I put it in action. It don't matter if I tell you something, you listen and you don't take action. You got to listen and take action. So, man, I come from a good foundation, man. I come from some good, hard-working parents. They instilled some morals in me, and I just, I stayed on my square, man. I stayed on my pivot. You keep your head down, you stay focused, and, if you work hard enough, you got opportunity to do well.
Yeah, very important. That's one of the things that I definitely would say I should have did better in my past. Because I just thought I was smart, so I get the good grades, I'll walk into a job with a good resume, and I'll just be able to knock it out.
Yep.
But it's not all about what you know. It's not about what's on the grades, because a lot of jobs you get off of reference. It's about who you know, who you can connect with. So that network, that's something I would emphasize for the kids to growing up.
My guy told me, and like I say, one of my mentors, man, he was one of my basketball coaches. It's a older guy who just really gave me a lot of game in my life. And he told me when we played AAU, just go back to my AAU days, I played with guys. I played with a mixed team. I played with rich white kids, and I played with very poor black kids. And I was right in the middle. But they told me, look around the room, somebody gonna be a doctor, somebody gonna be a lawyer, somebody gonna be a professional athlete. They say, make sure you keep all these people in your circle. You get to know them, because you never know who you're gonna run into. You never know who you're talking to. You never know who you're in front of. You never know who you playing in front of. I got a story about a young boy I used to try to mentor. I go to a game one day, he played in the North Shore Conference, or the conference I played in. I went to a game, they played Grafton. Went to the game, he didn't play well. I'm like, bro, what you was on? What happened? He tell me, we was only playing Grafton, I wasn't going hard. I told him, man, you must be out your mind, man. I'm in the stands. You don't know who in the stands. It could be somebody there watching another kid, and you get a scholarship offer, so you tell me you turned down because you didn't respect your competition. Anytime I stepped on the basketball court, it was to run at somebody. It was to prove I was better than somebody. And when he told me that, I was almost off him. I almost didn't even want to mentor him no more, and I didn't quit on him because I wanted to keep working with him. But at the same time, I think it's hard to change a mindset.
Right.
But like I said, you just never know who you're in front of. When you clowning at a basketball game or you clowning in school, you never know who's going to get you a job. I do a mentoring program in the summer with these young boys, and I don't know if they really know my background or who I am. Sometimes they tell people I used to play professional basketball, but I have a business. I have a snow removal and a landscaping company. So these young boys might come to me for jobs, and if you was a knucklehead in the program, I'm not gonna fool with you to employ you, because now you're gonna mess my money up. So you just, like I said, you never know who you're talking to, you never know who you're dealing with, you never know whose space you in, you never know any of that, you never know who watching. And again, they say integrity is what you're doing, nobody watching. Everybody can be on their best behavior when they think somebody looking, it's somebody that might be giving me a job over there, I'm gonna be cool. But integrity is about what you're doing, nobody is looking, and that's really the key to life. You can't do it. They call it now, the kids call it doing it for the gram. It can't be about the gram. It can't be about what you're doing for social media. Everybody put everything on the gram, but they put a workout. Some guy might work out for 5 minutes, go right to the gram, like smash in the gym. You worked out for 5 minutes, bro. You ain't getting no better.
Man, so the worst people go right to the gym and take pictures. Didn't even hit a weight yet.
Yeah, man. The thing is, I'm glad I grew up in the time I grew up in. I wouldn't have wanted to grow up in the internet. The internet age. Obviously it could be lucrative and it could be. I love the internet. It's fun. I wake up and fool around the internet probably 20 minutes every morning. Right. The internet undefeated is the most hilarious space ever created. But at the same time, man, it's an alternate reality. And I think it make it tough for the kids to get locked in. They got too much access to BS, you know, and I feel like it's kind of almost not even fair. Everything one touch, anything we want to debate right now, it's around the internet. They don't do no encyclopedias, they don't do no dictionaries, they don't go to the library, they don't do nothing. Everything is YouTube and internet. So
very important.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't grow up in that age, but I mean, you know, just like anything else, you just got to grind through it. You just got to grind through it. I think I look at Floyd Mayweather, hard work, dedication is what he talk about. He one of the richest black athletes of all time. And it comes from hard work and dedication, and that's really what it's about. That's what it takes at the end of the day. No matter your situation, no matter your background, you know, our culture got to work double hard. Like I say, we behind, and some of us got to work triple hard. If you don't come from nobody, maybe you got to be the first one in your family to graduate college. Maybe you got to be the one that set the trend. You got to be the, you know, you may have to be the person for your generation.
Right.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. A lot of people like to criticize Floyd because he might stumble when he reading or something like that, which is common. A lot of people don't read fluently.
Yeah.
But a lot of people like to criticize him also for what he do with his money. But he get his money in a legal way, and regardless of what he do with it, because he can do what he want to do with it. But everybody sitting around criticizing him while he being a boss and owning his own businesses, and he investing in himself, and now he making a huge return off of that.
I mean, I don't know Floyd literacy status. You know, I heard he can't read. I don't know if that's true. I never speak on something that I can't say it to be fact. I don't ever pass something that if I don't know it ain't a fact.
Because nobody speaks fluently all the time. So
something you can't knock about Floyd is we know he's smart with his money, so he educated enough to be smart with his money, and we know he got some big bags, So the man is a genius. Floyd might be the most wealthy black athlete of all time, or he top 5, and he never lost. You know, he's got an impeccable record. Regardless of what you say about him, he's never lost at this sport. He never been beat in the history of his career, and he done made a lot of money doing it. And like I said, again, from our culture, when you make money and you the breadwinner in your family, it's a lot of people that spread too. So you got to think Floyd done affected millions and millions of lives, hundreds of lives.
Right.
And that's what you got to look at. Like I say, a lot of times now that I'm older, it's more about, it's not all about putting the ball in the basket or being great at the sport. It's what you do with that. You know, it's what LeBron does with his money. It's what, and something that LeBron did, he forced these other boys to step up. Kevin Durant just gave X amount of dollars to education and yada, yada, yada. If you want to be considered in this world, in this internet age, if you want to be considered great, it's about more than making money. It's about more than putting the ball in the basket. You got to step up and do something with that. You know, you got to.
This is Joah Tucker. This is 414 Love. And make sure you check us out.